Zayn cancels a show because of his anxiety.
Our heart breaks over the passing of Christina Grimmie.
And celebrities unite to love on the Orlando LGBT community. So here on DHR, we try to avoid talking about hard news because we are an entertainment news show and we want to give you an escape, a little lighthearted escape from the toughness that is the world sometimes.
Yeah, but we also do recognize that sometimes tragedy and entertainment cross paths, so we're going to recap everything that happened this weekend and hopefully kind of try and heal together. Over the weekend, many celebrated love with pride festivals all over the country, but everyone was overwhelmed with grief when Orlando was struck by tragedy. A gunman opened fire on a gay nightclub in Orlando, killing 50 people as of right now, and another 53 are injured. It marks the deadliest shooting in U.S. history, and upon hearing the news of the tragic event, celebrities took to social media to voice their support for the victims. Ariana Grande wrote, quote, how can one have so much hate? My heart is so broken. Praying for the families of the Orlando victims. I am so sorry. Kim Kardashian said, I'm truly at a loss for words. To everyone in Orlando affected by this massacre, my thoughts, love, and prayers are with you. Lady Gaga said, it's a traumatizing and emotional time for many people. I dream of the world reflecting on what we can do to change this violence. Beyonce was concise, writing condolences and prayers to Orlando. Seth MacFarlane took a stand saying, quote, these shootings are a regular occurrence. You don't get to be shocked anymore unless you take action to stop them. Ban automatic weapons. Andy Cohen, Clay Aiken, Amy Schumer, along with tons of other celebrities. The producers of last night's Tony Awards dedicated the ceremony to the attacked victims, families, and friends, and many more voiced their support. And Adele dedicated her concert in Antwerp, Belgium on Sunday to the victims of the shooting. You can see her break down in tears. Take a look.
And I would like to start tonight by dedicating this entire show to everybody in Orlando at Pulse Nightclub last night. The LGBTQIA community, they're like my soulmates since I was really young, so I'm very moved by you.
The conversation of what exactly happened in Orlando is ongoing, and the support is definitely ongoing. Unfortunately, this was not the only tragedy that struck this weekend.
As many of you guys know, YouTube megastar and Voice alum Christina Grimmie was fatally shot and killed at her Orlando meet and greet on Friday evening. Now, this all happened following her concert at the Plaza Live Theater. Christina was signing autographs and meeting her fans when a guy named Kevin James Loyable, a 27-year-old who had traveled from St. Petersburg, Florida, shot her in the head. Christina's brother, Marcus, who was with her at the meet and greet, tackled the shooter to the ground, and it was during this struggle that the shooter finally fatally shot himself. An emergency medical team attempted to resuscitate Christina at the scene, but she was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Police credit Marcus with actually saving the lives of a lot of people there. Orlando Police Chief John Mina said it is unknown what his plans were for after killing Christina, but very heroic action by Marcus Grimmie, who jumped in, could have prevented loss of life there. So on Saturday, Marcus shared his heartfelt message on Facebook saying, Christina was more than my sister. She was my partner in life, a superstar, a goofball, introverted, and a friend to everyone. Genuinely, but above all, she was my baby sister. She loved the Lord and her family and was always there for me, and I honestly don't know what I'll do without her. Christina Grimmie's longtime manager, Brian Teefy, who is also Selena Gomez's stepfather, released this statement saying, all I wanted to do was assist her in achieving her musical dreams while protecting her from the pitfalls associated with the business. I never could have imagined this horrific event being one of the pitfalls needing to be avoided. The motive for the shooter is still unknown, although it was premeditated, and he did have plans to travel home following the shooting. Witnesses there did see Christina approach the shooter. She was open arms trying to give him a hug when this all happened. And this is just a tragedy, and it's been really tough this weekend for all of us to kind of digest this. She was very close to the Clevver family. Everyone here has met her and known her to be such a tremendous talent and such a tremendous person, and this has been really tough. It's been tough for everyone, but thankfully Adam Levine has really stepped up in a big way today. You know, he coached Christina on The Voice, and he's offered now to pay for her funeral services. Christina's brother Mark posted today, I found out this morning that Adam Levine personally called my mother and said he will pay for the funeral and her plane flight, and I was blown away. Now, a friend just told me to look at the GoFundMe page, and I see it's at 100,000, words cannot express. So there has been a GoFundMe page that's been set up for the Grimmie family, and I really want to encourage all of you to donate if you can. Money certainly can't heal the wounds, but it can help them kind of do all the business affairs that's needed in a time like this, and we'll put the link in the description below if you are interested in donating.
So many celebrities, and especially the music community, gathered around Christina and her family during this time. There was posts all over social media, including Kesha, who posted a black and white photo of the pair and voiced her concerns about gun control in America, adding, "This is sickening. She was a beautiful spirit and will not be forgotten." Demi Lovato wrote on Twitter, "R.I.P. Christina, my thoughts and prayers are with her loved ones." Nick Jonas posted a photo of the two on Instagram with a broken heart emoji, writing, "R.I.P. Christina." Rachel Platten, Colton Hayes, Andy Grammer, Jenna Marbles, Tyler Oakley, Lucy Hale, Troye Sivan, Tori Kelly, Haley Steinfeld, Abigail Breslin, Shawn Mendes, and much of her Voice family also spoke via social media. Christina Aguilera tweeted, Carson Daly said, "So sad about Christina Grimmie. I'm still in shock. She was special, had it. Talented, kind, funny, loving, courageous. We hurt with her family." Blake Shelton wrote, "I'm stunned and disgusted and heartbroken that we lost that sweet little girl, keeping Christina Grimmie's family in my heart and mind." Her coach, Adam Levine, who Aaron mentioned has really stepped up to be there with her family, posted a photo and wrote, "Bahati and I are absolutely devastated and heartbroken by Christina Grimmie's death. Our hearts go out to her family." So just like Kesha, many people who performed this weekend spoke about Christina at their concerts, dedicating songs, dedicating the full concert to her. Fifth Harmony did this, Charlie Puth, Rachel Platten. At her Miami show, Selena Gomez spoke about losing her friend Christina Grimmie in tears. She tells the audience of when she met Christina and her family years ago, and she dedicated this song to her and gets very emotional. Take a look.
So needless to say, it's been a very difficult couple of days for all of us, but while this is very sad and there's a lot to kind of process still through all of this, like I said earlier, we spent a lot of time with Christina here at Clevver, and we wanted to kind of end this on a positive note because she was such a light and such a positive person. So here is a moment from one of our favorite interviews with her, because I think it just really truly identifies with who she is and what she stood for.
A fan wants you to do an impression of Celine Dion. Do you have one? Is this a real thing?
I do. You know what? Jake Barker thinks I have a really good impression of Celine Dion going. So I don't know what to sing. I guess I could. The first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heart so close to mine.
Celine Dion, everybody.
So moving on to other news and entertainment that happened this weekend, Zayn Malik was scheduled to perform at Summertime Ball, which is a festival in London that had, of course, Little Mix and Ariana Grande and Nick Jonas performing, just to name a few. However, just a few hours before the festival kicked off, Zayn took to his Twitter to reveal that he would not be performing. He told his fans, "Unfortunately, my anxiety has haunted me throughout the last few months around live performances has gotten the better of me. With the magnitude of the event, I've suffered the worst anxiety of my career." I promise I'll do my best to make this up to everybody I've let down today. So this definitely explains a lot of those show cancellations that we've seen Zayn do over the past couple of months. We weren't sure what those were about, but anxiety is a real issue, and I think a lot of people suffer from it. Unfortunately, he's in a really tough business to have anxiety with performing because that is his career. A lot of fans were supposedly very upset even during the announcement of the show. They were very angry and started yelling and screaming at the host of the show who announced this. They stormed off. They were very upset, which I completely understand. It's really hard when you are a fan of a celebrity and you buy a ticket and you get dressed and you take the time and you go to a show and then they don't show up. It's kind of a really big disappointment. So I feel their pain, but at the same time, I know anxiety is a real issue, and he definitely needs to be able to handle this and deal with it, so I hope he does. But actually, his on-again, off-again relationship with Gigi Hadid has kind of taken a turn this weekend too, because she took to Twitter to support Zayn. She said, "We are all here to support you and make each experience easier. Your talent and good heart will never lead you wrong. Love you and so proud of you always." Now, a few of Gigi's followers actually had a problem with her tweeting this, saying, quote, "You would text him, but for sure you're so extra and you need everyone to see how supportive you are."
So I watched this amazing Will Smith speech this weekend, and it's from a few years ago, and he gets up on stage after he wins an award, and he says, life is about running and reading. So reading because there's so much information in books, you can learn anything you want. But running because you know that voice in your head when you're running on the treadmill or you're running outside and you're like, I just can't do it anymore. And you keep going because you learn how to turn that voice off. You push through it. And it's that moment when you can push through it that you're really gonna succeed. And so I think Zayn needs to figure out how to push through that voice. And I hope he can, and until then, maybe he should cancel some concerts so that he's not letting fans down. But I also think Gigi was being a supportive girlfriend, and people should give other people the benefit of the doubt and just think positively instead of expecting the worst.
So in lieu of an outro and asking you questions today, I do want you guys to click on the GoFundMe link. If you can't give anything, we totally understand, but if you have a moment and you can share that with your friends, I'm sure the Grimmie family would be so supportive of that.
Yeah, and Christina was such a positive light in the world, and so we want to honor her with happy memories of her life. So if you guys have any favorite interviews or performances or memories of Christina, share them in the comment section. We'd love to watch that and share them with you.
Thank you guys for watching our show. We'll be back here tomorrow. Click left to see one of our favorite performances of Christina here at our Clevver studio.
Or click to the right to check out one of our favorite Christina Grimmie interviews here at our Clevver studio.